0:41 a.m., March 8, 2014. Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur, the capital of Malaysia, for Beijing. But MH370 never got to Beijing. This flight turned out to be the most mysterious disappearance in aviation history. The aircraft used on MH370 was a high-tech Boeing 777. The Boeing 777 had two types of automatic data communications, the ACERs and the transponders. Even if the plane has disappeared from the radar, the location would still be identifiable. But all communications were intentionally blocked. Later, military radar records revealed that the aircraft had made a major change of direction. The communications satellite records also revealed that the aircraft had been flying for 7.5 hours after takeoff. The final conclusion of the authorities was that the plane crashed in the southern Indian Ocean when it ran out of fuel. There may have been some kind of trouble with the aircraft, but there is also a high possibility of hijacking. The case remained unsolved in 2019 despite a major search by the authorities. We tried to approach this mysterious disappearance with remote viewing by Joseph McMonigle. McMonigle is a former intelligence officer who conducted a remote viewing experiment on a secret U.S. military project. A piece of paper labeled Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 was sealed in an envelope and used as a target. McMonigle was instructed to remote viewing on the details and location of the target. He drew two pictures with remote viewing results. The first picture shows the details of the aircraft. The colors are divided into front and back, but the mark indicates Malaysia Airlines. The second picture shows the flight route. It is depicted that MH370 has deviated from the flight route assumed by the authorities. The following is a list of the remote viewing results obtained by McMonigle. The conclusion of McMonigle is hijacking by the crew. After the change of course, MH370 flew to Diego Garcia on an extremely low altitude. The British island of Diego Garcia is a special place, leased to the United States, and the whole island turned into a military base. MH370 seems to have been hijacked to crash into the NSA-CIA-related facilities on the island. However, flight MH370 ran out of fuel about 202 kilometers before the island and crashed to the sea. This is a summary of the results obtained from the remote viewing by McMonigle. Let's examine the contents of the remote viewing results. The flight path of the first part corresponds to the expected path by the authorities. Authorities predict that MH370 has changed its course south and crashed on the South Indian Ocean. However, according to McMonigle, MH370 did not go to the South Indian Ocean, but to the middle of the Indian Ocean. If so, it is no wonder that they could not find an aircraft no matter how much they searched in the South Indian Ocean. The hijacking theory by the pilot was also actually considered. In addition, data for Diego Garcia was also downloaded to the flight simulator at the pilot's home. MH370 was loaded with fuel capable of flying 6,400 to 5,600 kilometers. On the other hand, if the MH370 flew along the path drawn by McMonigle, It would have been approximately 5,485 kilometers to Diego Garcia. Fuel is tight but flight is possible. But the expected flight range is when the plane flies at a cruising altitude. If MH370 was flying at a very low altitude, the air resistance would have reduced the range. It may have consumed more fuel than the pilot expected, and crashed into the sea. However, if MH370 crashed 202 kilometers before Diego Garcia, it would have been captured by U.S. military radar. There's no way the U.S. military wouldn't be aware of an aircraft heading for the U.S. military fortress. If the plane crashed just before Diego Garcia, some of the passengers might have been rescued by the U.S. soldier. There have been unconfirmed reports of emails from one passenger asking for help. Diego Garcia is believed to be the source of the radio signal. After the incident, Malaysian Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad made an interesting remark. He said in a blog that CIA and Boeing are hiding the truth. Mahathir resigned as Prime Minister at the time of the incident. However, he has been an important person, serving as Prime Minister for over 20 years and still acting as Prime Minister. He may have got some important information. The area including Diego Garcia were listed as search areas immediately after the incident. Because, on the day of the incident, many sightings of a passenger plane flying low in the Maldives were reported. Maldives and Diego Garcia are about 730 kilometers apart. Depending on the flight route, an aircraft heading for Diego Garcia may be spotted. Therefore, the search was conducted soon after the incident as the area where the plane might have crashed. However, there has been no official search since the Australian Transport Safety Bureau denied the crash in this area. The search for MH370 was limited to the southern Indian Ocean. Currently, the search has already been discontinued, and the crash site remains a mystery. On the other hand, a part of the flaperon that seems to be the wreck of MH370 was found in July 2015. It was found on the French island of Réunion near Madagascar. The crash site calculated from the location where the flaperon was found is considered to be the red part. As you can see, the search area of the southern Indian Ocean is not included. After that, several pieces of debris believed to be from MH370 have been found around Réunion Island. In September 2017, a major incident occurred that showed the conspiracy behind the disappearance of MH370. A Malaysian diplomat was assassinated in Madagascar. The diplomat was in the process of transferring the found debris of MH370 to Malaysia. It doesn't seem like a coincidence. So there's a hidden dark side in the disappearance of MH370. McMonagle sees the aircraft was equipped to carry dual flight crews. What does this mean? That seems to me to be an important key. Will the truth ever be revealed?